Okay. We are supposed to study orthographic projection, right? હવે ortho means what? Ortho itself indicates the perpendicular. Ortho no meaning થાય perpendicular. You have to look the object perpendicular to it. બરાબર છે? Graphic means a graphical representation, and projection means whatever you visualize during particular view, that is projection. So that is the meaning of orthographic projection. Look perpendicular to the object, whatever is visible, draw that particular thing, that is orthographic projection, right? So in first we will discuss type of projections. So there are three types of projection. Number one is orthographic, જે આપણે સ્ટડી કરીશું, orthographic projection. Second one is oblique projection, and third one is perspective projection. Now what is the difference between these three projections? So we are supposed to define three conditions. This is the object, right? This is plane of projection on which the image is going to capture, right? This is the position of observer, right? So we need to define three conditions. Condition number one, what is the distance between object and observer, right? Second thing, condition number two, what are the condition of rays with each other? Rays means what? Anything you want to see from that object, rays must be reflected towards your eyes. Then only you are able to see that particular object, right? In the dark you are not able to see anything. Why? Because no light is going to reflect from the object towards your eyes, right? So these are the rays which are responsible for your vision, જેના લીધે તમે ઓબ્જેક્ટને જોઈ શકશો, right? So what is the condition of these rays with each other? That is second condition. And third condition, the relation between these rays and plane of projection. These three conditions are going to define the orthographic projection, oblique projection, and perspective projection. So we will start with orthographic projection first. Orthographic projection means what? The object is at infinite distance from the observer. This is our first condition. Second condition, the rays from the observer must be parallel with each other. This is our second condition. And the rays must be perpendicular to the plane of projection. Such projection is known as orthographic projection. Clear? So orthographic projection, if I need to define, then I will say that it is the projection in which object is at infinite distance from the observer. Rays from the observer are parallel with each other and they are perpendicular to the plane of projection. Such projection is known as orthographic projection. Now what about oblique projection? In oblique projection, observer will be over here. So observer will be over here. He or she will be looking the object in this particular direction. Now the three conditions we will see. Number one, observer is at infinite distance from the object, that is remaining same as it was in orthographic projection. The rays from the observer are parallel with each other, that is also remaining the same. But the third condition, what is the inclination made by the rays with the plane of projection? It is not perpendicular. Am I right? Okay. So third condition is volatile in oblique projection. Remaining two conditions will remain as it is. Number one, distance between object and observer is infinite. Number two, rays from the observer are parallel to each other, but they are not perpendicular to the plane of projection. Hence it is known as oblique projection, right? What about perspective projection? So in case of perspective projection, observer will be nearer to the object. We can say the distance is finite, right? Rays from the observer are, you can see, they are not parallel with each other, neither they are perpendicular to the plane of projection. So we can say that the rays from the observer neither parallel with each other nor perpendicular to the plane of projection. Such projection is known as perspective projection. Let's prepare a tabular form of this. Over here we will take a serial number, right? First condition શું છે? distance between object and observer. Second condition is what? Rays from the observer with each other. Relation between rays with each other. And third one is relation between rays with plane of projection, right? So first we will define about orthographic projection. Okay, in case of orthographic projection, distance between object and observer is infinite. Condition of rays with each other are parallel. Rays are parallel with each other and they are perpendicular to the plane of projection, right? Such projection is known as orthographic projection, right? Second is oblique projection. A condition as it is, second one will as it is, means distance between object and observer is infinite. Rays from the observer are parallel with each other but they are not perpendicular to the plane of projection. Okay, and third one is perspective projection. In case of perspective projection, the distance between object and observer are finite. Rays are neither parallel with each other nor perpendicular to the plane of projection. That is known as perspective projection. Then, હવે એક્ઝામ્પલની વાત કરું તો plan of your home, blueprint of plan of your home, that is the projection example of orthographic projection, right? Oblique projection, example of oblique projection is what? Somewhere the new construction of the building is going on and they have projected the banner of that particular building, 3D view. That is nothing but oblique projection. You have the whole building is projected from particular corner, right? અત્યારે તમે સેલ્ફી પણ લેવ તો નીચેથી ફોટો લેવ તો એકદમ નીચેથી બેસીને લેવ તો that is the example of oblique projection, right? અને perspective projectionની વાત કરીએ તો નાઇટમાં તમે બાઇક ડ્રાઈવ કરો, બરાબર, એના ફોકસ ઓન હોય. ડ્યુ ટુ દેટ headlight of the bike, certain shadow will be obtained on the road. બરાબર છે? Okay, we were discussing about example of perspective projection. The shadow obtained on the road, બરાબર, due to the headlight of the bike, that is the example of perspective projection. Second example of perspective projection is the cinema, બરાબર છે, whatever the projection is obtained on the big screen, that is the example of perspective projection. In the classroom, projectors are going to be used. The display of the computer is projected on the wall, that is the example of perspective projection. So these are the basic types of projection: orthographic projection, oblique projection and perspective projection.